Tom Burke, you just presented here at DNB's Oil, Offshore and Shipping conference. And first of all, how would you describe the market situation for Rowan right now?
Yeah, Marius, good morning. Thanks very much. It's good to be here in Oslo at the DNB conference. So I'd say the market right now for the offshore business is tough. You know, the downturn that hit our industry at the back end of 2014 was pretty unexpected, I think, for most players. And it's been a tough 2015 and 2016. 2017 is, I think we see, so I would call some green shoots on the jack-up side of the business worldwide. We're seeing more tendering activity, and that hasn't translated into that many new contracts. But I do believe we'll see in 2017 more jack-up contracts worldwide, particularly in certain markets, the Middle East, and potentially in India and others. Now, I do think these are green shoots, and so I think it's all reliant on an oil price which will, keep the ground fertilized and thawed out. If there is an adjustment in the oil price, I think it could slow that right down. On the floating side of the market, certainly in the part that Rowan works, the ultra-deep water market, we're not seeing that many opportunities to put rigs to work in 2017. They're more pushed into 2018.
You spent some time today talking about your partnership with Saudi Aramco. Why is this so important to you?
Well, Saudi Aramco has been a great customer for Rowan for over 10 years. It's been our biggest customer, and the Saudi Arabian market is a very important jack-up market. It's the largest jack-up market in the world, and Saudi Aramco is the largest user of jack-ups in the world. And so Saudi Aramco decided that they wanted to change the way they contract rigs for part of their fleet, and went through a process the last couple of years to form a JV with them, a joint venture, a new company, 50% owned by Saudi Aramco, 50% owned by Rowan. And the agreement is signed, but it will actually start up in the second quarter of this year. And this is particularly important because the Saudi market is very important to Rowan, and effectively we secure our position in that market, but we also give ourselves a great growth opportunity in that market. And so as part of that joint venture, we will build 20 jack-ups in Saudi Arabia with Saudi Aramco to go to work for them. And so it's a great growth engine for Rowan. It's a little bit of a different model, but not a completely unique model. There are others, similar models in the world, but it's certainly doing it on a larger scale than most other joint ventures.
You also spent some time today discussing if the current cost level is sustainable. Yeah. Do you think the business or the industry is past its biggest challenges regarding adapting to this new reality?
I do think that the last several years, the cost levels in our industry in the last upturn, they were definitely driven by the high oil prices. And I think, there's been an adjustment. It's very tough to do that, and it's very hard to do it. And we've all become a lot more efficient. I do think across our industry, and particularly in Rowan, there's more we can do. We've instituted what we call a lean operations program by taking lean principles and trying to eliminate waste through our business. And I'm particularly passionate about that. So I think there's more that can be done, and I would describe that as smart cost cutting, much less about laying off people, just ways to eliminate waste in our business.
So to try to sum up, 17 will be probably challenging, but there will also be some opportunities. What will be the most important milestones for Rowan in 17?
Yeah, I do think putting some of our jack-ups back to work and having some is probably our biggest. That's going to be really important to us. Clearly, we have 4 drill ships, which of 2 are not working. So we'd love to see those back working as well. I think more realistically, what we'd really like to see is some opportunities to contract those this year and have them start working in 18. I mean, 17 would be great, but I think it's more likely that it would be in 18. So those would be the milestones: putting some jack-ups back to work this year, and then seeing our drill ships go back to work in 18. Those would be great milestones.
Tom, thank you very much, and we're very happy to have you here, and we wish you welcome back next year. Thank you.
Marius, thanks very much. I really appreciate being here.